Sustainability is one of the topics of our century, and everybody's talking about it. But what does it actually mean? How does the fashion industry tackle sustainability? Which brands are ahead of others? And what needs to be done in the future?
So, what does sustainability mean to you?
When I think of sustainability, I think of natural resources. So I would say that sustainability is a way of avoiding depletion of natural resources to maintain ecological balance.
Okay, so in the terms of branding and marketing, what does that mean for the fashion industry?
Sustainability right now is a serious issue going on and it's a buzzword. So for the fashion industry, every company, when we talk about their branding and their marketing strategy, almost every fashion company is mentioning something about we're being sustainable in this way or that way, because that shows that they care and they're also doing one of the SDG goals. So with that too, consumers are interested and that actually relates to sales because consumers are like, oh, this company cares. Okay, that means I can purchase in it. But also the fast fashion is really killing sustainability as well because of Zara brings out about 100,000 designs in a year. That's a lot. And these clothes end up not lasting well, so consumers have to keep buying, and the ones that don't last goes to waste. So just in the US alone, about 3.1 billion pounds, which is about 1.72 kg, goes to waste in a year. That is a lot. And 95% of this waste can be saved if consumers are able to recycle, are able to do a buyback thing, and also consumers just being aware that there are things that could be done. And if people start investing in more clothes that last, that actually things that they just buy and wear once or twice and move forward. So.
Yeah, so I think fashion nowadays, you buy things because things are so cheap. It's kind of throwaway fashion. So, you buy things, you wear it once, you might not wear it again. Whereas, actually, before you maybe buy one piece with a lot of money on it. Whereas actually now, you buy things and you kind of you buy so much and you think, yeah, it's not really sustainable, is it?
So many companies sort of choosing cheap labor due to the whole economic climate, there is sort of an incentive for me to want to support companies who take the risk to maybe lose a little bit of economic profit so they can support a sustainable environment and good worker living conditions.
Fast fashion has built a consumption culture that in the long term is not sustainable for the world resources. The industry produces more than 80 billion pieces of clothing each year, and currently we're burning or throwing into landfills 2.6 tons of textiles per second. Without circular economy, fast fashion is not sustainable. Newly consumers are more and more concerned on understanding where the products come from and demand transparency from corporate practices.
Hi guys, I'm here at H&M. We're here to see what sustainability efforts they offer. Let's see what they have. Box all the way in the back of the store.
Fashion almost has become a commodity. Many people buy things and wear it once and throw it away. We are here at one of the companies that is famous for that, and let's see if we find any traces of sustainability in that building. I think that line is a good sign for the mass consumption that is created by this brand and other brands that do a similar thing.
The problem with sustainability in fashion is the current ability to scale the technology. Sustainable technology is currently expensive because large brands aren't willing to invest the money, and most brands won't take the hit to their bottom line. Also, consumers are willing to spend the extra money on specialized product. However, they're not willing to spend the price premium across their entire wardrobe.
After having personal data owned and handled by businesses, a more distrusting consumer expects companies to reciprocate with heightened levels of transparency. Honesty and openness around value for money, creative integrity, and data protection will grow in importance.
H&M recently confessed to a $4.3 billion unsold stock mountain. Industry waste costs both profits and reputation. Technology could make the fashion industry more sustainable. By using machine learning and AI technique to match supply with demand, unnecessary manufacturing could be limited, and fashion's environmental footprint reduced.
Brooklyn's new fashion craze is wearing trash. One day my mom came home and I had made a wedding dress collection out of tissues and tape for all the Barbies. She drove me out of her way to this fabric store, and they had this thing where you could fill up a bag of scraps for $1. And so from the time I was a really little kid, I've seen the working value of this material. Zero Waste Annual is literally handmade in our store, so everything we do is totally transparent. You can actually stand right on this sidewalk, right in front of Zero Waste Annual here in Brooklyn, and watch every single one of our pieces be made. We make them right here in the store, authentically out of scrap material.
Producing traditional leather requires massive amounts of water, and toxic chemicals used to process the animal hides can seep into local waterways. That's in addition to the land and resources required to raise the animals in the first place.
Biofabrication is offering a solution that says, hey, we don't need to raise these animals, we don't need to harm or kill these animals, and we don't need to use all of these resources to yield something like a fiber. We can grow it in the laboratory at a much, much smaller impact.
Dave Williamson is the Chief Technology Officer at Modern Meadow. It's been perfecting a product for the past 6 years that will look, feel, and be biologically similar to one of humankind's most durable and versatile materials, leather.
Around 10% of all clothes that are ever made go straight to landfill. And so Unmade, we're trying to address that problem by making everything to order, so everything has a buyer and has a home. So Unmade is one of the first customization platforms for knitwear that lets the customer change each of the designs to create their own unique version that's made in the finest merino wool. You can go onto our website, you can pick your favorite style, make any modifications, and when you press that button, it's automatically sent over to one of our 3 industrial knitting machines here, and automatically it's made.
So once your Zozo suit's arrived, you download the Zozo Suit app and you go through the measurement process. It's very simple, it's all directed by the Zozo Suit app. Basically you just press next and it runs you through the whole thing. In your Zozo Suit package, you actually get a stand as well, and that stand is for you to place your smartphone on. It uses the smartphone camera to take pictures of you in 3D space, and it uses the white dots on the Zozo Suit to form a 3D measurement. So once it's taken all of the photos, you can see it produces a 3D measurement of your entire body, and across your entire body you've got 18 measurements, so you can see the neck, I've got upper left arm, sort of down the bottom as well. You can see that my left calf is sort of above average, which I'm pretty happy about, been working on that lately. And also your ankles down the bottom. So once your measurements are in the system, you can just go to the Shop Your Items button. It takes you to the storefront.
What we provide is the ability to let your closet free, not collect all of these items that you're gonna wear twice and throw out. All of your closet, should be on rotation.
As we have seen, the fashion industry is not sustainable yet. But with closing the loop in recycling, changing consumer behavior, and respecting human rights, it most certainly can go green.